Hey students, welcome back to Worland Middle School. I've been waiting for this moment since March 16th of last year. That was the day we closed schools and all went home. I've been working hard. The whole staff, the whole community has been doing a ton to get you back, and I'm so grateful that you're back here. My name's Mr. Clark, and I'm the principal of Worland Middle School, and I'm going to spend the next few minutes going over some of our expectations and the things that we need for you to be successful here at Worland Middle School. But before I get to that, I love magic, so I want to show you my best magic trick, and then if any of you have a great magic trick, I need to know it so that I can keep it. You can show me at recess or send me a video of you doing it on my email account here at school. All right, here's my best magic trick. I went to Maverick and got myself a bottle of Maverick water. It's delicious, really. I'm gonna let you look right down the barrel of it there, pour a little out so you know I'm not cheating. Now I'm gonna flip this bottle upside down on my other hand and make the water stay in if I can get it on my hand. And then once I typically get the water to stop coming out, people think I'm a cheater and that I put something over the end of the bottle. Well, if that was the case, then how would I be able to take this toothpick and put it inside of the bottle, making it float up? That's a magic trick. Let's see your best magic trick. All right, students, so what are the health and safety guidelines this year? Number one, every person in the building, adult and student, has to have a mask on their person at all times. And when we can't stay 6 feet away, we have to put that mask on. That may not be what we all like or what we all want to do, but it's what we're going to do so that we can stay in school. Second thing we have to do is we all have to take our temperature. And if our temperature's over 100.4, then we've got to go home. Third thing that we need to do is wash our hands with soap and water for 20 seconds. Everybody's got their own nice song. Here's my song. My Corona. But realistically what I do is I count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not very exciting. Next recommendation is every time you enter a classroom, you should be using the hand sanitizer before you go sit down. First thing you should do is you enter every classroom. So I guess we're gonna be using lots and lots of this stuff. The burn means it's getting clean. Final health procedure is whether I have my mask on or off, I should cough into my sleeve, not into my hands. And then if I need to use a tissue, oh, that was disgusting. As soon as I'm done using my tissue, I throw it away and then I wash my hands or use sanitizer if I can't wash my hands. Students, let's talk about essential behaviors here at Worland Middle School, and you're going to be hearing a lot about these. Each teacher will be teaching you these multiple times, and we'll all hold you accountable for these, and they make Worland Middle School great. The first one is appropriate physical contact. Well, this year, that's a little more tricky even than before, but let's talk about how we can make appropriate contact with others. The first one is with our eyes. As we're talking with someone, when someone is talking to you, you should make eye contact with them to let them know you're listening and paying attention to them. The second one is here at Worland Middle School. We can fist bump, we can elbow bump, but that's it for this year. There's no hugging, there's no walking arm in arm down the hallway, there's no holding hands. I know some of those things are a bummer, but that's the way it is for right now. The second one is respecting each other's property. Mrs. Warren came up with the acronym ABS, like your strong abs down below, and it stands for ask before borrowing something. If you want to borrow something from somebody, you really need to ask first. And this year, again, borrowing some things is going to be tricky business. We recommend you bring all your own school supplies and that you take care of them on your own. If you need a pencil bag, get a pencil bag so that you can carry your things to and from class. Appropriate communication. Use warm body language. That's not warm body language. My arms being open, my shoulders being back, a smile on my face, or a smile in my eyes if I has to wear a mask is warm body language. The other one is PUGS. That's Mrs. Warren's acronym for Please Use Good Speech. Mr. Clark says, please don't curse, but I like PUGS better. Or STAT. STAT is Stop to talk and text. Don't walk down the hallway and talk or text. You can walk down the hallway and talk. Come on now. But don't walk down the hallway and text. Stand to the side, use your cell phone, and move on. Final one is value yourself, your peers, and your school. You need to follow instructions just as soon as you can. Adults in this building are all on the same playing field, whether it's myself, a custodian in the hallway, a cook in the kitchen, a teacher in the classroom. If an adult asks you to do something that's not illegal or immoral, and they won't ask you to do those things, please comply as soon as possible. Here's a good example. Please sit down and watch Mr. Clark's video. He's amazing. Sit down, watch my video. I don't know about the amazing part. And then finally, be honest. When you make a mistake, when something happens, own up to it and we'll move on. Every single one of us in this building make mistakes. We get that. Ask questions, take responsibility for your actions, make changes, and move on. We'll talk a lot more about our essential behaviors, but that's a quick snippet. So how can I help you be successful in the classroom here at Worland Middle School? We have 21st century skills, which you will also be graded on, just like your studies, your grades, and our essential behaviors. Those are pretty easy to remember too. We call them the CCPR skills. Kind of like CPR when you save someone's life. Well, we're saving your academic life with the CCPR skills. Our first one is communication, verbal and nonverbal. Communicate appropriately with people. We talked about that a little bit in our essential behaviors. Collaboration. To be able to collaborate with people, we have to be able to listen, ask good questions, negotiate, and understand that the power of the group is much stronger than the power of one person. Problem solve. Recognize a problem, find a solution, and follow through. Problem solving. And responsibility. Kind of like we talked about with honesty. Own up to your actions, change your behavior if needed, or celebrate your behavior, which we hope you're doing, and then keep moving forward. Do those things, CCPR, communication, collaboration, problem solving, and responsibility here at Worland Middle School, and you're all going to be successful. Here at Worland Middle School, we do some things that make this a wonderful place for all students. First thing we do is we do not bully other students. Second thing we do is we help students if we think that they are being bullied. The way that we help them is by going and just asking them to come play with us, by being our friend, by walking away. You don't have to defend them. You don't have to stand up to somebody else. Just simply walk up and say, hey, would you like to come play with us? Or why don't you come over and eat lunch with us? Why don't you walk with me to the next class? Have them come with you. You don't have to defend them. Number 3, we will include students who feel left out. If you see a student that's all by themselves, if you see a student that's eating by themselves, if you see a student that doesn't seem to have a friend, go ask them if they would like to do something with you. Be a friend to them. And number 4 is if you see an act of bullying, you will tell an adult at school and at home and let people know what's going on so that we can keep everyone safe. And when you tell an adult here at school, it may seem like nothing's happening. We're not going to go and pull that kid out of class, but they will be talked to. And we will take care of it, even though you will never know what's going on. And the reason you won't know is because we do want it to be a private conversation so that we can hear both sides of the story. Dress code, everybody's favorite topic. Let's talk about dress code. Here at Worland Middle School, every shirt you wear has to have sleeves. Why do you say? Well, you're getting old enough, you have hair under your armpits, and I don't want to see it. So we're all gonna wear shirts with sleeves. Old girls, you're thinking, oh, I shaved my armpits. Well, we still all have to wear sleeves. Maybe this one's more for the boys, but a shirt has to have sleeves. Shorts. Shorts have to be at your fingertips or below. Shorts have to be at least fingertip length. I know it's hard to find them, still the way it has to be. If you have holey jeans with rips that are up by your pockets, you have to have spandex or shorts, something on underneath of your jeans all the way down to your fingertips. To the bottom of your fingertips have to be covered. For both boys and girls, we're covering to the fingertips. Why are you asking, why does that have to be? Well, you know, school is one of those places where we dress a little different. Do you dress the same way to go to a wedding as you would to mow the lawn? Probably not. Do you dress the same way to go camping as you would to go to a funeral? Probably not. School's one of those places where we dress a little differently. We dress nicer, we dress more appropriately, we cover a little bit more of ourselves, and it makes it a better learning environment for all of us. Final piece is hats. We don't wear hats in the building either. And I don't know that anybody's ever told you why, so I want to as well. We don't wear hats in the building because there's a flag out front. That flag is out front because some of our parents, our grandparents, or our great-grandparents, they fought in wars to wave that flag. Some of our loved ones may have even passed away while they were fighting to wave that flag. So when you go in a building that is waving a flag, you should take off your hat in honor of all those people that died to wave that flag. Same thing when we say the Pledge of Allegiance. We stand at attention, we put our hand on our heart, we don't rock back and forth, and we look at the flag, and we're honoring all of those that died, served, gave up things, and maybe they didn't pass away, but they gave up time away from their family to wave that flag for us. So we can honor them by doing that simple little thing. Other than that, dress code at the middle school is pretty simple. Your shirts have to be school appropriate. We don't like curse words or alcohol, drug references on the front, but we're open to a lot of good, fun things. So dress appropriately, and if you don't, somebody will be just kindly letting you know that you need to adjust. Please don't argue, please don't try to create a scene. We'll make it discreet, and we'll all have a great year. So if that's the dress code, what does PE look like? Well, in PE, you should bring an extra t-shirt, an extra pair of shorts, and perhaps an extra pair of shoes that you can wear inside there. Do they all still have to be school appropriate? Yep. Do they all still have to meet the dress code? Yep. Well, students new this year, masks have always been strictly forbidden in the middle school until this year. Now you can't go in the hallway without one. Crazy turn of events. But if you're in the hallway, you have to have a mask on. I'm sorry, but it's just the way it is, whether it's full of people or like the hallway is for me. No one here but me, but I still have to wear my mask. And we're gonna walk on the very far right-hand side of the hallway, just like I am. Students going the other way, we'll walk on their right-hand side of the hallway, and we're gonna do the best we can to stay socially distanced as we transfer in the classes. We all know that you're gonna be close as we have the bells ring, but we'll do the best we can. In the hallway, masks on, please. Well, let's talk about when the appropriate times to have a cell phone at Worland Middle School are. So here's the times that we don't care if you have them. Before school, after school, or at lunch. Those are all three very appropriate times to check your phone. The other time that's appropriate to check your phone is in between classes. I can stand at my locker at the side of the hallway and check my phone as well. If you're walking down the hallway between classes and you get a text, or if I need to call someone, if you just stand to the side and make your business done, we're fine with that. But please don't be walking down the hallway, texting away, running into others. And teachers are held to that rule too, myself included. If you see me walking down the hallway texting on my phone, ask me for it and take it to the office as well, because I want to be held to that. So where's the best place to keep my phone during class? Well, the most ideal place to keep your phone during class is in your locker. Then in between each class, I can take it back out, I can check it, I can make the texts that I need to, the calls that I need to between classes, and it goes back in. Because if it goes off during class, the teachers are instructed to take it and bring it to the office. The very first time that happens, I will give it back at the end of the day and we'll just send a warning letter home to your mom and dad. The second time, I'm keeping your phone until your mom or dad comes and gets it and we have a conversation about what happens next. On the third time, I'm keeping it, and in the conversation we have with your mom and dad, we're gonna talk about you never bringing the phone to school again. In fact, I'd be happy to keep it in our school vault until the last day of school if they need. So use your phone appropriately, stand on the side of the hallway, don't walk with it, use it during the appropriate times, and we won't have an issue. Some other issues that come up with cell phones being in school. You shouldn't be taking pictures of students in school without their permission. The reason I hesitated is there is a time at recess where you could take a picture with your friend if they want to take a picture with you, but people that don't know you're taking a picture of them, That shouldn't happen. We wouldn't want that to happen anywhere. The other place that their cell phones cannot be at any time for any reason is in the bathroom or the locker rooms. Do not take them in there. If a teacher catches you with a phone in the bathroom or in the locker room, they're instructed to take it and bring it to the office immediately, and we will not give it back to you without talking to your parents because of the potential of issues inside those areas. So as you go to the bathroom, as you go to the locker room, no phone. So when's the most ideal time to come to school? 7:45 a.m. Gives you time to eat breakfast if you need, and then walk around, talk to your friends, get into your locker, mingle, and be ready to go to class and learn. During that time, however, you need to be wearing your mask in the hallway. Hey students, let's talk about the front of the building, getting on and off the bus, riding our bikes, all the things in front of the building. So the first piece, if you see behind me, the bike racks that are back there, that's where your bikes would go. Wonderful place for them. But if you look in front of me where you see the yellow line right in front of the school, please do not ride your bikes there. And the reason is there's so many people walking in and out of the building, there's little kids, that it just doesn't work. If you want to walk your bike in front of the building, that's fine. Otherwise, the place that you can ride your bike and get all the way to the bike rack is on the street. Right back here on that sidewalk, you can ride your bike back there and go all the way to that bike rack as well. The other thing that you see behind me is this yellow line on the ground. Please stay behind that yellow line as you're waiting for the buses, and do not ever go between the buses. They park really close together on purpose. We don't ever want to run over one of you. Final piece is you see all this great, wonderful grass in front of the school. This is for standing and waiting for pickup and drop off, not for playing tag, not for playing football, not for doing those things. If you want to do that, if you want to go to the side of the building over by the auditorium or over in front of the pool, that works for me. But please not right in front of the building. That's the building. That's in front of the building. That's bus pickup and drop off. That's riding your bikes, skateboards, any wheeled vehicle. Don't ride them in front of the building, please. Can you decorate your Chromebook, you say? Well, if you put on a case, like a hard snap-on case, then you can decorate that to your little heart's content. However, please do not put a sticker case on the front. Please do not cover it in stickers, and please do not write on this Chromebook. This Chromebook, we are going to try to make this yours through your entire middle school career, and we want it to look this nice the whole way through. So what do you do with your Chromebook all day? Well, you take it from class to class with you. Let's go over how we carry that. You can carry it on its side. You can carry it on top of your books where I'm carrying them all together, but please do not put it on the bottom. And here's the biggest piece that I don't want to see. Please do not carry these Chromebooks with them open or grab them by the screen. If I pinch the screen with my thumb right there, it breaks the screen, and it's actually not that difficult to do, so please be gentle. Close the Chromebook, carry it on its edge or on top of your books, not underneath of your books, on top. Final thing is when you put it in your locker, if you try to put it in this way, it actually doesn't fit very well at all. They should go in the locker like this. Let's talk about Chromebooks and the wonderful opportunity you have to have your own Chromebook. So inside the Chromebook cart, each Chromebook has a number on it. This is number 3. As I take it out of the cart and I unplug it, I just simply pull the plug back and I slide my Chromebook out. Your name and the number that it goes on the cart is going to be written on the tab on the front. Only you should have this Chromebook. Don't loan it to your friends. Don't leave it in someone else's locker. Only you. And that's extra important this year because you are the only one that should be touching this. At the end of the day, you are going to clean your Chromebook by spraying a rag with hydrogen peroxide solution, which is the clear. And once I spray the rag, now I can wipe down my Chromebook on the front, on the back, and inside on the keyboard and on the screen. So I'm going to disinfect my Chromebook at the end of each day. Then when I put my Chromebook back, I simply slide it into its place back in number 3 and plug it in for the evening. Your teachers are going to check to make sure they all get back in there, and they should stay here for the most part unless we all have to go online again. Then you will take it home with you. Students, that lovely mask that we gave you this morning, that's yours to keep. And we put a lot of thought into this, and we want to keep you healthy, so we're going to let you take care of washing them, maintaining them. We don't want to use a soap or a detergent, something that bothers your skin, bothers you, so we're going to let you and your family launder that. That means that you need to wear it out of the building as you go home today, take it home, and then put it back on before you come to school tomorrow. If you forget, come to the office and we'll help you with another one. However, if you keep forgetting, we may need to come up with some ways so that you don't forget it or so it stays on your face, like duct tape. I'm just kidding. So when will I be getting this Chromebook that you've been telling me all about? Well, 7th period today, you're going to be assigned a Chromebook, and then tomorrow morning before school starts, you're going to go to your 7th period class, you'll get your Chromebook, then you will take it to your 1st period class. And at the end of the day, when you go back to 7th period, you'll wipe it off, you'll put it back in the cart, and then it'll wait for you until the next morning. If you know you're going to be leaving before the end of the school day, during the passing periods, you can take it into your 7th period class, plug it in, and leave it there. Or if you have to leave for an emergency in the middle of the day, or you just forget, just leave it in your locker overnight and it'll be there again in the morning. But only do that in an emergency. Please put it back in the cart so that it gets wiped down so we know where it's stored and it's fully charged for you each day if at all possible. Recess. I love recess. Recess means I can take my mask off, I can enjoy the sunshine, but I still have to socially distance. Students, as you come outside, we are hoping that you can play basketball, that you can play some touch football, that you can play some tag, that you can run, jump, frolic by staying socially distant as best you can. Students, if you're planning on looking at someone else's phone, if we're gathering together, you've got to put your mask back on. I'm here to tell you that recess is our greatest challenge with this social distancing so far, because you guys aren't doing it on purpose, but you just forget you don't have the mask. So as a teacher reminds you, hey, you're gonna have to put your mask back on, please just put it back on. Or you need to socially distance, sit in a giant circle, give yourself 6 feet, hang out with your friends, enjoy the sunshine, but you do have to stay socially distance. Some other things with recess is we have bleachers over on the side for the football field, right there. We don't go on those at recess. Please stay off of the bleachers entirely. The other part is we have a gigantic playground, and back behind my head, there's a white line, about right there, way back where the truck just went by. Please don't go over the white line. Stay inside there. We're good. New 6th graders, I don't know if you've heard, but we have the corner of poor decision making at the middle school, which is back there as far away as you can get. Don't go there. That would go for 7th and 8th grade too. Teachers, if you see students as far away as you can get in the corner, walk out there and get them. We don't go to the corner of poor decision making. It's like a black hole of poor decisions. Stay away from it. Finally, this year it should be pretty easy as far as physical contact and fouling in basketball, wrestling during the playground while playing football. You're not allowed to be within 6 feet, so you sure shouldn't be wrestling. Darn. Well, students, in years past, we've lined up against the fence and then tried to go in like a herd of cattle for lunch. We'll have plenty of time, we'll have plenty of lunch, but that's not going to work this year. We're going to have to stay socially distanced, and we're going to have to walk in, staying 6 feet apart from each other. So please walk in carefully, stay away from your neighbor, and we'll have plenty of food for everyone. I promise. Cross my heart, hope to die, stick a needle in my eye. Well, students, it's just about time to go to lunch. And as we go to lunch, the first thing I'm going to ask you to do is, as you stand in line, please stay 6 feet apart. Stay socially distanced. The second thing I'm going to ask you to do is everyone is going to have to take their temperature again for the second time of the day. So those of you that are going through the line, as you go through, just simply stand in front of it or use your arm. Everyone that brought a cold lunch, you're also going to have to go through the line until you get your temperature taken. And then you may have a seat at any one of our tables, both in the cafeteria or in the gym. As you can see, the tables are socially distanced. Please do not move them or the chairs. Once I have a seat like I'm doing now, now I can take my mask off and I can eat. Enjoy your meal. When you're done, the mask has to go back on before I go to dump my tray. This is not the way you wear your mask, so please put it on correctly. Go dump my tray, and then after I dump my tray, I can either come back and sit down until you're dismissed, or as you go outside, you'll need to wear your mask until you get all the way outside or seated again at your table. Enjoy your lunch. All right, students, well, that was a lot of information, and we'll be going over it all again multiple times. I hope you have a wonderful year. It's so great to have you back in school, and I look forward to seeing you all, learning all your names as we're outside at recess here in a few minutes. Don't forget to wear your masks in the hallway. See you soon.